The Montreal Canadiens take Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals over Carolina. So, will Colorado win Game 2? Me and Pearlo are here to break it all down for you. Let's do it. Or maybe let's not. I forgot to hook up my hard drive again. So, you guys ain't getting an intro. Pearlo, how we doing this evening?
It's shitty. It's a bad day. 4 units on Dobish over saves looked like it was happening, no doubt about it. And then Carolina just, I don't even think they got 3 shots in that third period. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Pearl,
very odd to see that, thinking that they were down, and I expected 10 plus shots there in the third period, at least at a minimum. And yeah, but the big loss for me was Montreal plus 1.5 and Dobish 25 plus saves. Ends the game with 24. I thought I could. I was just telling Pearl before the show started. I thought I could thread the needle and take Carolina and Steenkoven 2 plus shots, and then take Montreal plus 1.5 and Dobish 25 plus saves. Was thinking I might get. I was actually thinking we might get some extra time going to overtime, and said as long as Carolina can win by one, probably going to win both bets. But that didn't happen. But last night I did give out the Montreal team total over a half in the first period at minus 118. I once I found that trend with the 12 of the last 14, 7 of the last 9 versus Carolina they've scored in the first period. And now that makes them 8, 3, and 4 on the money line this year in the playoffs in the first period. So they've only lost 3 periods. They've pushed 4, and now they've won 8. So I'd be a little hesitant to maybe bet that on the next game, but maybe it's both teams to score in the first period, not necessarily for Montreal to win the first period. But
yeah.
I passed up on the money line bet and just took them for a goal in the first period. And luckily that cashed, because that was the only other thing. And then just like Perlo, I was on Dobish saves 28.5. I gave that out last night too. And just like Perlo said, it was looking promising early. And third period, what did they had 23 or 24
So,
shots through two, right?
yeah,
And
it
then
was like a no brainer. They're going to be that. You're going
yeah,
to
like
get
we
that.
need 28.5. All we need is like 7 in the third period. Thought that we
Yeah.
would and then how many power plays did they have? I know they didn't record any on that last one, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just one of those games for sure.
Brendan Moore is not going to be unhappy about the loss because it is a tough spot with that much of a layoff. But he is going to be unhappy about that third period. That third period was absolutely ridiculous. Like I totally now. If there's ever that layoff again, if Carolina can't do it, no one can do it. I'm
Yeah.
going against anyone with that kind of a layoff now. Now that I saw that today. I thought Carolina and I got to give Montreal credit. They opened up the ice. They played really fast, but times when Carolina's usually right on a man, they were off. That Miller move when Miller, what the hell was Miller doing on that one goal? I have
Oh
no
yeah, when
fucking.
he went to the boards instead of staying down the middle of the ice.
Like there was a guy already on his defense partner was already on the guy, and I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I have
They
no
gave him
idea.
a save. They gave Dobish a save. I won my other bet.
Oh,
So at least I
good. You
went
got
2-1. But earlier today, I went 0-2 on my golf bets. So I'm still red on the day. I have
Yeah,
2 red
I'm very
days,
red.
but I'm
I'm very red today. I had 4 units on Dobish over saves. I did have Jarvis over shots. I had Carolina second period puck line. I got that uh, over first period, and I had Carolina to get over team total over one first period, and that was a push. But that Dobish over saves and Slate. I had Slavkovsky under shots, and he was looking good. It's 4-2 going into the third. He only had one shot. Usually, you don't get see a player get two more shots in the third like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, actually, I had. Let me see. Did I thought I put this together. Did I put this together? Oh, I
I
did.
didn't see Justin. I didn't hear everybody being on Carolina at all. I had
Everybody
people I
was.
listened to were on Montreal. The people I were listening to were on Montreal.
Yeah, I saw like a. I have like one of those telegrams that shows like a lot of the big cappers and what they're on, and really weird. I mean, even across X, I saw so many Carolina in regulation and Carolina -1.5. But once I found that Montreal play that I have up on the screen, like I just I couldn't pass it up. I was like one of my favorite plays. I was telling Pearlo pregame I was contemplating whether to put 2 units on it. So, but oh well, 2 and 1, still right on the day with my golf plays. So, and that was a bad break. I took Scotty Scheffler to beat uh who was it? Sorry, I got a brain fart. Oh, Brooks Koepka in the first round, and Koepka shot 8 under, and he's leading the first round. So, out of all days, this dude hasn't had. I mean, he's been playing decent, but not. Last year Scheffler shot 31 under on this course, and expected him to. He hasn't played well, so I figured this is a course he's fared well at. Nope. I mean, he shot 5 under. Problem was his Brooks Koepka shot 8. Then I went back with Jordan Spieth under 68 or 67.5 score. Shot a
Oh yeah,
68, so I lost on the hook.
sorry about that. I did have Anderson undershot saves, so I got that one too. But
Yeah, and that's
yeah,
that's great that you cashed that because that wasn't looking good early either. He had like 12 saves in the first period. I was
yeah,
like, holy shit. And then yeah, I mean, Carolina being down, they tightened up their defense even though that Montreal still scored on them. It was you could definitely play they were playing more eager, just being down so many goals. But yeah, bummer that I lost on the Oh no, I did win on the Montreal +1.5 and Dovish 25 plus saves. Got it right on the 25, and then Montreal goal in the first period. Um, so and then we did not get the Dovish over 28.5 saves. But I might take. I think it was pretty high in this game. I want to say it was 11.5 or 12.5, but Dovish saves in the first period. That might be a good look on Saturday.
I don't know why I didn't bet that this time. I have no
Yeah, it
idea
was
why.
12.5, and I thought it was a little high, and
Oh, was
then
it? Yeah,
yeah,
I probably snuck away from it too at 12 and a
yeah,
half.
11.5 was like -150, and
See,
12.
I bet live 33 and a half for Dobish because it was still like 6 minutes left. And
Yeah,
it was, I think Carolina had 22.
yeah. Well, I mean, if
So I'm like, you're not going to, it was minus 115 for him to get 11 saves. I wouldn't mind taking that just in the third period, let alone with 6 minutes left in the second. I thought that was gravy bet, but
yeah, if anybody bet Montreal props, they made away big time. Like a lot of those player props were 1.5, and damn near everybody on the team has 2 or 3 shots from Montreal. So, I mean, m- Carolina looked discombobulated. They weren't getting to pucks quick enough. They were making stupid defensive mistakes, and
yeah.
not staying put where they needed to be. And it looked like they were just playing tight. But a 12-game layoff, it's given. I thought, they would be rusty in the first period and they'd find their feet in the second, but that definitely didn't happen. But I'm glad I cashed my Montreal first period and the +1.5. And, we'll see where we get to tomorrow in Colorado because That line is not playable at all. I guess we can go to that. I don't think I got the odds set up yet. Nope. Let me see if I can get that pulled up real quick.
The Colorado game, let's go back to Kadri over shots again. That's just
Mm-hmm.
sitting there, but it's probably juiced now, I would think.
No, I mean it was plus money last game. It was like minus 105 even money.
They especially look at that. It was only 2 shots in the third that Carolina has. That's fucking ridiculous coming from
Yeah.
Carolina. Like who the fuck is going to predict that? That is unreal.
Yeah, minus 125 is the number for Kadri. Let me get this reset here. Oops.
Oh, Justin, come on. One game. They still got lots of. Carolina's got lots of life. Nothing to do with that. When they were playing the way Carolina plays, they were doing very well against Montreal. I just did not put enough stock into the fact that they had all that time off. I really thought that they would. This would be the one team that did it. But now that I've seen that not even Carolina can not be bit by the rest bug, I'll be betting against in every team on the rest bug from now on. Live you learn.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and roll right into it. We got the Vegas Golden Knights on the road for game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Vegas plus 155, Colorado minus 190. Over under is set at a flat 6. Um, in game 1 there, Vegas looked great. Colorado kind of same thing. Didn't kind of started out flat. Never kind of found a rhythm. But I was just telling Pearlo pre-show. I like Vegas plus 1.5 here, but it is minus 150. Um, so I might do what I just did today, and I took Montreal plus 1.5 and Dobish 25 plus saves. I could see taking Vegas plus 1.5 and Hart 25 plus saves in a parlay. I think I like that. I also like Hart saves. It's probably jumped. It was 27 last game. It
He got on it right
is.
away. I should have been looking at that more. He
It's
got
at
on it right
28.
away.
28 at minus 125. Um, I don't know if I'll jump on that tonight. We'll see. I mean, I expect him to come out shooting, but
First period.
I got to see. Yeah, I could see the first
That's the
period for
first
sure.
period play for sure.
Yeah, I could see that. I do like Kadri shots. I mean, if they're gonna have Dorfeus on that top line still, question is like is Stone coming back? And if Stone's coming back, is he going back on the
Doesn't
top
look
line
like
or is
it.
he gonna slide
He
down?
didn't. He didn't practice today. So
Yeah, and then Makar on the other hand. So keep your eyes open for any information on that. We won't know until the morning skate, and a lot of the beat writers put out their information. If I would say if you see him out on the ice before the pre-skate again, like he did last game, he's probably not playing. But you know, it's definitely
what's this?
and then on the other hand too, it's like I know he wouldn't want to go out there and risk injuring himself a little more, going out there a little too early. But on the other hand, you can feel like he's got to feel kind of obligated to be out there, and even if he can't do anything on the offensive zone, to be out there and help out on the defensive end and also help out on bringing the puck up the ice on the power play. They looked absolutely atrocious in that last game. On the breakouts, they
Well,
couldn't really
like
do shit.
McKinnon said, execution, execution, execution. He said, and then he got mad at the reporter and finally said, "I think I just said execution 5 times."
I did see that little
Yeah.
thing.
I think you'll see a way better
What's up,
game from
Matt?
them. I think Colorado first period puck line's probably a good bet. I think they're going to come out storming in the first period. They shake the no McCarr thing out of their head, and if McCarr does play, then that's fine. Koliakovo on covers their Englishes show that he does, Josh English. He
Mhm.
said that because he's got some pretty good inside, right? He
Mhm.
he talks directly to somebody. I don't know who it was for Colorado, and he got the impression that if McCarr was going to play if they lost the first game. So that still doesn't give you like this vote of confidence that you know
Yeah.
because if he wasn't going to play if they won the first game, meaning
Yeah.
he's not well. He's not well.
And
That shoulder.
I had said that for both first games. I was said if either team has a shot at winning any game in the series, it's the first game for both. And I said that post Makar news on Colorado, but I did say that last night on Montreal, not knowing who's going to be in or out. But like I said, we also said last night there is no notable injuries for either of those teams. It's just amazing that Carolina is healthy just because they've only played 8, well, now 9 games, and then on the other hand, Montreal is just is astonishing to have a fully healthy team when you've played 15 games
Well, I'll be
through the
taking
first.
Carolina first period that next game. Like
Yeah.
Brindamore is going to be. I think he's. I don't think he's going to be upset about their start so much. He's going to be like. I'm sure he tried to prepare him as much as possible, but in the back of his mind, he knew that it was going to be tough with all that layoff because you're not in the storm, right? You got to create a storm. But the third period, I think he's going to be pretty pissed about I don't. I can't remember a single game where Carolina only had two shots in any period, let alone down 4-2. That's fucking nuts, man. Holy shit. He's gonna be pissed about that. But this one, I'm gonna go Kadri over, Dorofeev over, Hart over saves. First period probably bigger than anything because I think Colorado puck line first period. Um, wouldn't even mind Colorado team total over 1.5 first period, over first period, and then I think it settles out after that. But
Yeah.
I don't want like I really didn't follow my gut enough about what Torts did before this game
Yeah, I mean,
because
Anderson had been elite going into this series, and we kind of said when is this going to be his letdown game or his let up game? I feel like that was kind of today. He has now let up 13 goals in the last 3 games versus Montreal. Let up well, no, there was only how many empty netters were today? Two, right? Or one? Just one. So that would mean Frederick Anderson has 5 goals allowed today. And then he had 3 in the game previously during the season, and then 4 in the game prior to that during the season. So, total of 13 goals let up by Anderson. Um, I think I honestly think, you know, Colorado or I'm sorry, I know we're talking about the Colorado series, but Carolina, they definitely gotta bounce back in game 2, but I also feel like Montreal can still score in the first period. I think I like both teams to score in the first period in that game on
yeah.
Saturday. But as far as this Colorado game, I do like Vegas plus 1.5. I do like Dorofeev over 2.5 shots. I like Nazem Kadri over 2.5 shots. I don't know if I'll get to Carter Hart over 28.5, but I do like him at 25 in a parlay piece. Um, I might do that with the Vegas plus 1.5. And I mean, if you're building a parlay, I like Marner for a point. I think he's going to continue to roll. You think? they gotta continue to roll with Wedgwood, right? I don't think they'd bring in Blackwood. Maybe not until game 3 if they lose back-to-back games at home.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he kind of got to go back to Wedgwood. You got to get his confidence back up again. And you also have to realize that Colorado didn't, quote, like McKinnon say, execute well. So um, if Colorado's playing top of their game, the other big thing I have with Colorado is, Lehkonen missed the last two. Malinsky missed the last game of the Minnesota series. Like, how bad are these guys banged up? Um, One of the biggest mistakes I make, for me, the reason why I sometimes struggle in the playoffs, is I hate hedging. I hate hedging. I don't like hedging. If I already made a play, I made a play. I got Colorado, Carolina. Koliakovo has, before the playoffs started, had Vegas and Montreal final. He was another one on Montreal for Montreal today. I hate hedging. I do think that, like I said, when you watch that game, and actually, if you go over to Money Puck, the deserved to win meter was Colorado, on Colorado. When Colorado was playing with pace and everything, the way they normally do, they sort of like what Carolina did in this game when they were actually, pockets where they're like, oh, there's Carolina,
Yeah.
you know, or
I
there's
mean,
Colorado.
you can't leave Marner by himself streaking down the slot. I mean, I know it was an amazing pass by Marner, but I mean Dorofeyev, sorry. You can't leave Dorofeyev streaking down the slot. I know Marner made a great, no look pass there, but to see
Mm.
Dorofeyev in the front of the net with nobody with him or in front of him, and the defender trailing him, like that's stuff you can't do. Especially against this Vegas team. Like they've been clicking on the offensive side. So, but I do expect Colorado to bounce back. It's a not playable line. It's like minus 195, minus 200. The value I believe is on Vegas, but on the other hand, too, there is no value if they don't win. So play it how
Well,
you want to play it.
I got worried about. I'd already bet like uh, Colorado in a parlay or something like that. And when I heard Malinsky say that when they were asking him about Makar, and he pretty much said that he's out in his own in his own way. Like, I don't even think he was supposed to let it slip. But then his final words were, "Hopefully we can win without him." And I was like, "Ah, fuck. Ah, I should just hedge right now." Like, you can't. Like, you have that mindset, really?
Yeah.
Hopefully we win without him. That's what the mindset you're going into this game with. Fuck me. Come on, man.
And
Like,
I do like
you
the
want to
over
hear.
six. I do lean the over 6 a little bit. I know it was a kind of slow start there in the first game. We eventually got to 6 on a push, but, I think Vegas comes out and I'm sorry, Colorado comes out and scores, but I don't think they slow down Vegas. I think it turns in more of a track meet. Like, I think this could be a 4-3
Well, if
game
it
for either
does
team.
turn into a track meet, I like Colorado to win the game. Just I don't know exactly how they're going to win it. Like, um, but more than that, I like the hard over saves first period and the props. I think I'll have more on the props than I will on the game.
Yeah. I
You
might
just
go back to
gotta go
McKinnon.
back to Dorofeyev. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially for McKinnon saying that we got to execute, execute. The only thing is McKinnon usually gets his shots when the rest of the team is playing like shit. If the team is playing well, he passes off more. But when he sees that his team doesn't have it, he has a tendency to take things upon himself and start shooting more.
Well, I mean, he's been excellent off a loss. and I don't think his team looked in the state to. I could see him doing one of those, what a Dave, David McDavid does. Kind of just flies all over the ice, trying to just shoot, shoot, shoot. Um, I could see that. I mean, he had 6 plus shots on goal and 6 straight at home versus Vegas prior to that 3 spot there he put up in that last game. But should have
If
been
Mark
4.
Stone comes back, they're just as deep in the top six. Colorado still slaughters them in the bottom six, though.
Yeah.
That's obvious. That when Stone comes back, they're just as deep. The bottom six, they're four. This Colorado's got probably. I'd have to go through all the fourth lines, but either them or Carolina. I'm trying to think like who else would have a better fourth line than or as good a fourth line or close. Their fourth line is probably the best in the league.
Yeah, and then you also got uh shit, I lost my train of thought. What the hell was I gonna say? I'm trying to do 2 things at once.
Dorofeyev is great. I mean, Vegas does have such good top six though, especially if Stone's in. Their top six is fantastic. Dorofeyev can score, and he's also really good all over the ice. Like he doesn't get enough credit for how because he scores so much. He doesn't get enough credit for how good he is as an overall player. He's really good. Marner's really good. People. Oh, by the way, you know Adam Oates, the old center from before, center for St. Louis and Washington, and remember him?
Mhm. I've heard the name. I don't remember him, but I've heard the name.
Oh my gosh, he's one of the best playmakers of all time. Brett Hall wouldn't have scored as much as he did without him, but and overall player. He coached Washington for 1 year, but he was on Drager. I think it's Drager today, and I just saw it as a short. And Drager said that he agreed, like he wasn't on. No, he wasn't on. Drager was talking, and they were talking about why Marner is different now than he was in Toronto. And Drager said, I agree with, and I put this up on my Twitter. You can listen to it if you want. I shared it out there. I agree with Oates on the fact that, and basically he just went on and said all the things I've been saying before Marner left about how he was Mr. Everything for Toronto. He had to shut down everybody. He had to get the puck to everybody. He had to pass it to Matthews. He had to score. He had to play the penalty kill. He had to do all that. And he doesn't have to do that in Vegas. And because of that, I don't think it's because he's not the man, because he kind of is the man. He just doesn't have to be the Mr. Everything man. And nobody should have to be that. Nobody should have to be that. There's very few players in the league that can be Mr. Everything, not even Barkov. Yeah, Hurdle has been really bad, though, Audie. I think they bond. I think this Vegas team is bound together after that whole incident with McNabb, though. That has really got me concerned about my future bet. I think that's the biggest thing here with Vegas.
All right, I forgot
Torts
to share
doesn't do
this link.
that, or if Cassidy's still coach. Actually, if Cassidy's still coach, they might not even beat Anaheim. So
Here we go.
you're putting a parlay together there.
No, I forgot to share it
Like
out. So I was trying to share out the.
Oh yeah, I should do that too. Sod. Oh, a little. Oh, shoot, I almost ran out. Sod, Hurdle, and Sissons. Avi, come on, dude. Like that's not a good thing, man. They got. I think Vegas, even if they do win this game, which I don't think they will. Like over the long haul, I think they'll start to wear down, and they'll put up a really good fight because they do have their top six is really tough, and they have their defense is playing really well. But take away the roster situation, if they keep on route, if Tortorella keeps them, Tortorella knows how to slow down a game too, and you saw that in the Colorado series. And if you let him do it, Vegas will win. Colorado's got to play with pace. Vegas will knows how to slow down a game. Tortorella's always been that way. And if they continually are able to do that against Colorado, I think Vegas will win the series.
Yeah, Eichel had 3 shots in that last game. He's had 3 shots on goal in 4 of the last 5. He's also covered the over 2.5 in 9 of the last 10 games versus Colorado. So if you're looking for a parlay piece, I know on that last show when we were covering this matchup, we had that Twitter question about taking Jack Eichel's under. So hopefully we talked you guys off of that because he did hit the over again in that one. So, but yeah, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I am also, just a reminder, I'm now set up on Winnable for all my free plays, which is all my plays right now. I still don't have a paid service, but if you want my plays text or email to you instead of hopping into the Discord, you can sign up on Winnable to my free channel, which is the only channel I have there on the storefront. So it's winnable.com/exotic wagers with the Z. And you can get all of my plays text messages to you. So I'm dropping them on the same time I'm dropping them on the Discord. So, and Pearlo, you can find Pearlo over on Winnable too. And you can join his free channel or any of his paid subscriptions at winnable.com/Pearlo. Is it Pearlo or Pearlo Wisdom? It's just
I think
Pearlo,
it's just
right? Yeah, I think it's just
Pearlo.
Pearlo. So I'm gonna get a QR code set up kind of like how Pearlo does, so I can throw that here on the share screen, so you can just scan that to join the Winnable. But for right now, actually, I can drop it in the chat if you guys want. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have another golf play tonight for tomorrow morning. So haven't
Lady,
been
you're
betting
not
golf.
getting. Wait a sec, lady. I think aren't you a member of my Winnable? You should be getting all of his plays, if you are. Yeah, he didn't play anything today, did he?
No, he didn't.
Swag didn't play anything, so he's 18-3-1 though. Throw in the winnable.com at Perlo or something, whatever the hell that is, too. They can go grab that. But yeah, so Colorado, I am going to go with Colorado first period. I do think they'll come out flying and probably the over first period or Colorado to score two. I don't mind the McKinnon play, especially after he basically called out his team for poor execution, except that when that team is playing well, he passes off a lot more than he shoots. But yeah, you can if you grab my playoff package or my yearly package, you get all the baseball picks for swag too. If you want to do it that way, but if you just want his baseball plays, he's got just his baseball plays.
Yeah, I do like the over 6 there, Avi. I was actually contemplating parlaying the Vegas plus 1.5 with the over 5.5. I think we definitely probably get to 6. But I also like Eichel for 3. I like Dorofeo for 3. I like Natchez for 3. If you're gonna put McKinnon in a parlay, I like him for 4.
I like
Um,
Kadri. Kadri's always shooting.
yep, Kadri for 3. You could actually put him in for 2 if you wanna put him in a parlay, but and Eichel for 3. So I'm probably gonna build a parlay like that, but, for me, I'm trying to tone down my card and just trying to keep it to a couple plays 'cause playoffs have been a little volatile, so, um, yeah, maybe just keep it simple to a couple props, and, just like today, I went 2 and 1, just 3 plays today, so we'll see, but I think that's it. How long have we been on? Only 35 minutes. Um, and then what's tomorrow? Friday? Yep, tomorrow's Friday. We'll have this Vegas, Colorado game, and then Saturday's the game early, or it's probably 5 p.m. same time. I was thinking on Memorial Day it would be early. It's not. So 7 p.m. on Saturday, 8 p.m. on Sunday, 8 p.m. on Memorial Day. So, oh, and then going when it's back to Vegas, it's 9 or 6 p.m. So 9 p.m. Eastern, later start time. Um, yeah. So if
Which
we
game
won't,
is that?
the games in Vegas because they're on the West Coast.
Oh yeah,
So
one of those back to Vegas. Yeah.
so in 9 p.m. Eastern start. That means we won't be starting the show if we start the show after the game, closer to midnight. Um, but that would be a Saturday show anyway. We've been doing the shows in the morning. I know Pearlo probably still do his. Um,
Well, Friday night I'll probably do something. Yeah, I'll do, and then I'll be on Saturday morning with you, and JD will be on as well Saturday
yeah,
morning.
yeah. I'm gonna, especially after the season too. I'm trying to get my tracker caught up. I got a big void in in March, February or March. Like I'm missing 6 weeks because my formula on my tracker was screwed up. But I just want to do a recap, and then I also want to do like just a betting kind of betting strategy or betting, betting 101 for new people and bankroll management. Or not necessarily telling you how to do things, but kind of how I bet and how I manage my bankroll. Which is I feel like which should be kind of the standard for general sports betting. So that I would just share that with my followers and, you know, kind of do that. So we'll see. I'm sure we're gonna
For the
have plenty
most
of
part,
stuff
it
on
just
over the season. You'll have
works on percentages. Bankroll management works. It's all based on percentages and
yeah,
how good and how comfortable you are with what you're doing.
yeah,
Like I don't look at bankroll management as much because when you got a 7 year window where you're up like how many units every single year, you don't worry about it so much, right? But when you're first starting out or whatever, and one thing I find with bankroll management when it first started is keeping your bets down to what you're comfortable with. I mean, you should always bet with what you're comfortable with. By the way,
yeah,
you're never betting your rent. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
you're never
yeah,
betting with rent money or food money or diaper money or whatever the fuck.
yeah.
Get that right out of the bat right
And
there,
you should always
right away.
have 100 units in your bankroll.
That you're
Like,
comfortable with, that you're
yeah.
comfortable with. And if you're not, you shouldn't be playing it.
And if I get
Now,
to
whatever that
70% of
units
my
is,
bankroll,
that could be
I'm
$100, $1,000, $10,000, but
yeah.
you got to be comfortable with it.
Yeah, if I'm down to 70 units in my bankroll, I'm adjusting my unit size most of the time. But luckily, Like, I'm at a point where I'm close to going to $200 a unit, so I'm comfortable with playing $100 a unit when I have 180 units in my bankroll. Like, I have an excessive amount of units in my bankroll, but I'm still playing
Yeah.
at so I'm playing at pretty much a half percent per unit is what I'm playing, according to my bankroll. But, um, yeah, I play it like I have 100 units in my bankroll all the time, even though I have more. So, but it's just a good way to when you have a losing streak, you don't go below that 100 unit bankroll. It's easy when you have 150 and you go down to 130 or 120 because then you don't got to adjust your bankroll because you're still above 100%. But that's kind of,
What I suggest anybody does is you take a bankroll that you're very comfortable with, and then you take a tenth of that and call that your bankroll for gambling. So you're always playing with 90% back of whatever you're playing, and then you just let it go over time. If you're like really if you're tailing somebody who is like consistently getting 50 to 100 units every single season, then you've got a back. If there's some dead spots, you've got a backup to, and and you can be comfortable with it. In the long run, you're going to make it all back. The
yeah,
mistake people make is they take their comfortable and then they say, "Oh, I love this guy. I'm going to go put this," or "I am really good. I'm getting really good at this, so I'm going to put this on," and then they hit a dead spot and they're fucked. And then you just
yeah,
screwed you just screwed your whole gambling bankroll. And that's where you get people that start getting into gambling problems because they get it in their mind that, oh, I can use money that I'm not comfortable with now because I know it's going to, and that's never a good idea. Never a
yeah,
good idea. You always got to make sure that there's comfortability to whatever you're doing. But
yeah. Well, I think that's our full review for
42.
the Vegas Golden Knights and the
Mm-hmm.
Colorado Avalanche. Just as a quick recap, I do like Nazem Kadri over 2.5 shots. As parlay pieces, I like Natchez over 2.5 shots. I like Eichel over 2.5 shots. Dorofeev is close to being an unplayable line at 2.5. I like that. And then McKinnon, I do like over 4.5, but if you want to dumb them down and put them in a parlay, I like that as well. And then Hart, I know his line's 28.5, but 25 is a good parlay piece. Um, so I'm probably going to build a little same game parlay using some of those legs, maybe taking everybody for two and Hart for 25 or something. But I feel pretty comfortable with that. I also like Marner for a point if you're looking for another parlay piece. Dorofeev for a goal. I could see McKinnon for a goal, but I think Dorofeev stays hot there playing on the top line. And it's only going to get worse when Stone comes back. So I think Colorado's in there for a run for their money. Maybe Colorado
It's
comes out on top at the end, but at least that's what I'm hoping for because I got Carolina and Colorado in the final, like Perlo does. So,
yeah.
per- Perlo, uh, what did you
Well, I
like in
just
this one?
thought it. I've been saying look at Colorado's lower lines because they can overmatch Vegas's lower lines, and Nichushkin's been playing well. So Nichushkin for a point isn't a bad idea too. But I'm pretty stock on this one until I get a full read on what I'm. I'm a little uneasy. I'm a little uneasy. I understand that Vegas plus 1.5 because I'm a little uneasy. I don't. I'm not, I get a feeling that Lekkonen's not right. I get a feeling that um, Malinsky is not right, and McCarr's already hell of a lot right. Maybe not even in. And like Avi said, I mean, really, Vegas does have a better defense without McCarr. They do. They have a better defense. So Dorofeev overshots, Kadri overshots,
And the over
Hart,
6. I forgot that.
Hart over. What's that?
I said I also forgot to mention the over. Just the over
Yeah, I
in
might get
general.
to that. I might get to that. Um, I probably will. I want to say Colorado team total over, but Hart's been playing so well. I don't think I want to. I think I'm just going to go Hart over saves first period and full game, and Colorado puck line first period. That's I do like Colorado puck line or to score the first goal first period. I do think that they're when your captain is saying execution, execution, execution like that, you got to think you're going to see some execution. And I mean, when Colorado turns things on, they can get up 3-0 real quick. So I kind of like. I might split maybe Colorado first goal first period with puck line and maybe team total over 1.5 first period. Just split it up. I did that today. I'd split it up in a different way, but I think I might do that, and then I might just live bet this game. I think this. I think Colorado hasn't really had the best start. Minnesota beat no. Did Minnesota beat them the first game? No, second game, right? Minnesota beat them the
Mm,
second game, or was
yeah.
it the first game back at home?
I think it
That's
was
when
the
they
first
won.
game back at home.
It's first game back at home. That's right.
I guess
But
Rico took Suzuki and Jarvis shots ladder.
I know
Jarvis had,
I tailed the Jarvis. That was the thing. All those bets I said I won, one of them was tailing Rico on Jarvis.
yeah, I had Suzuki for 2 in my parlay. Um, but it is
No,
what it is.
Mark had an eight legger and he missed because
By one artillery shot, that's rough.
yeah.
But that's my 100 Perlo's 42.
Yeah. My 442.
Tomorrow is Friday, so Perlo will be on his channel tomorrow. I may or may not be on. I will let Perlo know earlier in the day. I gotta find out if we're going out to dinner tomorrow or Saturday. Well, that's another thing.
Yeah.
If I go Saturday, I won't be on Saturday night. So I'll find out. One of the days I probably won't. Um, but yeah, make sure you follow me on X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Exotic Wagers, or I'm sorry, and Twitch with the Z. You can also find me on the Legacy Sports Discord. Link is in all of my bios and get all my official plays for free. I am also now set up on Winnable, so if you don't want to deal with the Discord and just want my plays text to you, you can sign up for all of my plays for free on Winnable at winnable.com/exotic wagers. Perlo, where can they find all your frolic for the land?
Yeah. Perlo's NHL POW is where you find my Twitter. You can, if you go to I pinned post on the top of my profile, you can see my winnable there. Use the promo code HYMES12, Hymes12, and you get 40% off of a full NHL season, which brings it to $150 for a full NHL season, which is like peanuts, absolute peanuts. You can get that, or I highly recommend, and you get Swag's picks if you take that as well for his MLB. 18 3-1 since he started on Winnable with me. Guy is absolutely crushing, and if you just want his ball picks, they're only $25 a month. So, highly recommend you take that as well. Also now at Pearls of Wisdom Industries, Hymes is now has a promotion because the pistachio has been going so well. Pistachio flavored Hymes, love it, love it, love it, love it. We got an overstock though. We sent a whole bunch over to Iran, and apparently it didn't go well there. I thought that like area was really into pistachio, but I guess it's more the Mediterranean. And they're not really big on the Mediterraneans over there in Iran. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it didn't work out too well. So we're actually crazy enough, even though it's flying off the shelves at the Costco getting vats, we're overstocked. So if you go to the Costco and just say, Pearlo sent me, where is your, send me to your lube section and get yourself a vat. You'll get 40% off of that as well, too. So, little Perlo dance for the land for that. Okay, so yeah, do that. And what else did I have? There was something. Oh yeah, tap that like button, everybody. Make sure you're doing your finger Pilates. I am going to be going to Perlo's House of Spanking tomorrow because, well, normally I go there to do Pilates, but when you have a night like you did tonight, it's always good to get a little bit of spank and get yourself straight. You know what I'm talking about? There's one on every corner. Pearl's House of Spanking. Go check it out. You've already checked it out. I know. I know Dre's got like a 10-year membership. So absolutely. So okay. That's
All right.
that is my full 42. I'm got two more naps to get in tonight, so we better get on them.
All right. For Perlo, I am Exotic Wagers. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I saw a few of you just popped in. So if you missed all of the frolic we just talked about, just hit the
Watch it.
rewind button. Don't forget to hit the like button while you're doing that as well. Don't forget to hit the share button. I'm at
Oh yeah.
291 subscribers, looking to get 300.
I got
Eventually,
one subscriber away from 1,300 and have been for a long time because everybody's subscribing to you. So if you've subscribed to him, give me just one, just a little love,
yeah, you
just
got to
a little
share the
love.
love. Share the love, man.
And if you share this on the Twitter at us, and I'll send you a free vat. Hernandez is back from Iran right now, so you get to meet Hernandez. He'll Perlo cop you a free vat of Hymes if you share this out to the land on your
Yeah.
Twitter and you at me so I know you did it. And comment in the comment section too. Tell
Yeah,
me what
maybe
you
we
bet.
can get that pistachio going a little bit
Mm.
better. Maybe we may have to send out a more couple trials. I heard cumin might do good over there uh,
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
bring
Middle
that up at
Eastern,
the meeting on Sunday. Cumin should be do or how
them
about
them earth
baklava?
tones, them earth
Baklava.
tones. There you go.
Baklava
Yeah,
flavor. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So, all right. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.